Welcome to MobileIron's webinar, Secure iOS Management for the Everywhere Enterprise. My name is Sam Kumarsamy. I'm the Director of Product Marketing at MobileIron, and I'm excited and thrilled to invite customer guest speakers, Mittul Mehta, who's the Global Head, Mobility and Security Engineering from investment banking company Jefferies. Mittul Mehta. Jefferies is an investment banking and also a wholly owned subsidiary of Jefferies Financial Group. The parent company is in the New York Stock Exchange. You have offices in 30 cities around the world, so you're a pretty distributed global company. Now, tell me, Jeff, tell me a little bit more about your roles, responsibilities, as well as what are your specific challenges with respect in terms of business and technical around infrastructure, security, and mobility.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. And thank you again for everybody who made it out to this webinar today. So yes, we are Jefferies. We are a global investment bank. And the running joke around the office is that we no longer just have 30 locations around the world. We have approximately 4,000 and growing. As everybody deals with this pandemic that's ongoing. So my role specifically at Jefferies is I'm the global head of mobility as well as platform security engineering. And as such, it is my responsibility to make sure that the mobility program is obviously successful, provides a high degree of interaction for the users, provides features and functionality that they require, and ensuring the security of all devices and or endpoints that we have in the enterprise. This includes our Windows engineering, it includes servers, it includes laptops, VDIs, and of course, mobile as well. So overall, our reach is approximately, and closing very quickly onto the 20,000 total devices that we actually have to go ahead and secure. In addition to that, right, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit as far as mobility is concerned, given the audience that we have today. So as far as mobility is concerned, some of our chief concerns or some of our chief requirements are to go ahead and ensure that we provide application experiences and integrations that make it significantly easier for a lot of our investment banking population as well as other users, and specifically investment banking, because these are the guys who are the most heavy mobile users since they're on the road all the time. So that includes getting them access to the Office 365 ecosystem, Zoom, of course, today, paramount importance, providing integrations for custom apps, our LOB apps, as well as our CRM platform. And on top of that, we have to provide a balance with what we have to do from a regulatory and compliance perspective. So further breaking down our mobile ecosystem, we currently have a mix of BYOD and corporate devices because some of these folks obviously face very heavy regulatory requirements. As such, we have an approximate breakdown of 70% BYO to 30% corporate-owned devices. And lastly, we have to ensure that during these times, our mobile devices are a true fallback option. Say that there are issues that occur at some of our primary data centers, which are connectivity points, well, then mobile devices become the user's fallback. And or if there's simple things like a storm, power outage that occurs in a given area, mobile devices are where people can actually continue to operate effectively.
Thank you, Mittul. That was well put. And so, given the it's good, you mentioned the advent of the pandemic. How has that changed your current mobile device requirements with respect to both security and management as well?
Yeah, that's an excellent question, right? We have to rethink security a little bit more because our traditional concepts of a perimeter are gone, right? Now, at this point, it's become this nebulous kind of entity that kind of flows everywhere. because as we said, previously we had 30 offices, great. We could go ahead and we can make sure that there's some perimeters around it and so on. Now it's gone and expanded significantly farther beyond that. So as such, for Apple mobile device requirements specifically, we have a couple of different challenges that exist. So first and foremost is we try to minimize or we manage our entire ecosystem with a relatively small-ish staff. And the reason behind it is because of all of the features and capabilities that we actually get from the platform. So because the platform actually affords us to create this very flexible model of going about managing all of the different aspects of a product delivery, we can actually go ahead and perform that. The next one is obviously the choice of device as far as end users are concerned. So they have the option of choosing between a corporate owned and a BYO. I mean, granted, some of the ones who face regulatory requirements are not going to have that choice. They do have to go with a corporate owned device. But providing that as an option, right, it's very empowering for an organization to be able to provide that good mix. The next and probably the most complex part of all of this is ensuring the security and compliance of these particular devices, as well as the connectivity. So as previously mentioned, we try to take a very fine-grained approach when it comes to establishing a network perimeter for our devices. As such, we take full advantage of some of the VPN stack that exists, the compliance policies that were previously mentioned, in order to ensure that when these devices are connecting, we do trust it. We do go ahead and perform a check against it. We can then subsequently apply additional compliance policies against it, so long as they aren't meeting the particular requirements, because that increases risk, lowers our security posture. So it provides a very good leverage and a series of checks prior to actually giving access to either the data or the back-end service itself. The next one is of particular importance to me, and that's that we ensure we deliver the highest level of product and service support. And here's one area also where I feel that our partners, in this case MobleIron, Sam, shine, is because you guys never shy away from escalating support cases as necessary. I've personally been on several calls with engineers, and I have to say that their willingness, eagerness in order to get in and actually resolve a problem is a very refreshing approach and mindset overall. Artists, the app lifecycle management, right? Today we face a little bit of a challenge into ensuring that application updates are managed accordingly because of the rapidly changing environment that we have, is that we have at least some degree of control over making sure that our users are either updating their applications, updating their OS, and so on, and tying it back up to the security and compliance piece.
Thank you, Mittul. That's well put, and we appreciate the fact, your appreciation of our immediate support. That's what we pride ourselves in. So I understand you selected MobileIron UEM, the on-premise solution for Jefferies. Are there any specific benefits that you would like to discuss more in detail?
Yeah, so with regard to our UEM platform, since we are a financial services institution, our approach is always try to gain closer control of our services, devices, apps, etc. And as such, we selected the MobileIron UEM platform so that we can hold things close to the vest. And for specifically what MI has been able to provide from a mobile security aspect, we trust that piece more so than anything else. And what I mean by that is that we view MobleIron as a security company first, and then a mobility services company kind of overlaid on top of that, right? And that's really where a lot of our benefit comes. The next part is the integrations that you actually allow or afford, because when you provide these tight integrations with third-party software such as Splunk, for example, right? A great example. We can perform things like analysis, reporting, dashboarding, monitoring, all of these things at scale. And then it kind of morphs into what more can we do? And we actually are then able to take all of this data that we have and provide very rich reports back out to other entities that are then reliant on what we offer on our mobile platform. In addition, right, the app device lifecycle management that we also gained through the UEM platform has been a very good success story for us. We've been on this platform for several years, and it kind of rolls into that second part, which is the high touch product service and support, because when you really consider rolling out certain applications or certain features at scale, the expectation of the user population is that they should have it within a short period of time, without a lot of interaction, and be able to just use it. You know, the old moniker of it just works. And if we can deliver that, then we've met our goals and our success. And then the last piece is, of course, the immediate support as far as the iOS 14 platform is concerned. There was very little that we actually had to do, even in an on-premise environment, to readily support iOS 14. And we look forward to actually upgrading our stack, which has also been a very easy process, to then support some of the new features and capabilities that you alluded to earlier.
Thank you so much, Mittul, for giving us a detailed list of all the benefits that you see. And we thank you again for being a MobileIron customer and appreciate your time.